Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing a 2022 Jeep Cherokee Limited. First and foremost, though, a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry H. Miller Jeep Chrysler here in Sandy, Utah for giving me some time with this Cherokee Limited. Check out the inventory in the description down below. This one is for sale right now. They also have this Latitude Lux as well if you're interested in that one, so check them out. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into the review. So under the hood, we have a naturally aspirated 3.2 liter V6 that goes through a 9-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 19 around town and then 27 on the highway, with power outputs being 271 horsepower and then 239 pound-feet of torque. Now let's go over the front end of the Cherokee. So first off, love this gray metallic paint, and you can see the body lines on either side of the hood and then down below. Coming down here, you guys can see here with the daytime running light, just how bright those headlights are. And then notice here with the fog light, notice we have chrome trim around the housing, parking sensors here on the front end. And you guys saw when I lifted up the hood, like the whole front end pretty much comes up. Got the Jeep logo with Jeep's signature front grille. Sensor down below, and then notice here with the gray metallic trim, and well, there's the front end. Coming around the side here, I've got two 25mm tires wrapped around 18-inch wheels in the front and over in the rear as well. And I really like the design on the wheels with the Limited. You have the silver on the top, and you have that metallic gray down below it. 5-spoke design, and you can see how that contrasts to the Latitude Lux wheels. And other than that, here's a quick look at the front suspension. Notice here with the fender flare, and that molding continues all along the side. Cherokee logo, and then you can see the mirrors are darker in coloration. And then if we take a few steps back, you can see the rails they have there at the top, and from a side profile perspective, it looks good. Now here's a key fob. We have our unlock lock opening for the hatch, and then the remote start function, and then the Jeep logo there on the back of the key fob. And well, popping here to the rear, you guys will notice we have these little hangers here on the side, and then picking this up, you can see the storage space. Underneath, we have a 12-volt as well, and then you can throw down the second row seats if you want. I love how big this is. Got the Jeep logo on top of that. And when you're done, just press that, and it'll close it up. But yeah, solid from a storage space perspective. And wait for it. Boom. Now let's finish things up here with the rear. So I've always been a huge fan of the new style taillights here on the Cherokee and how it kind of just like wraps here on the bottom. Got our Limited logo, parking sensors here at the bottom, 4x4 badge there off to the side. And then you can see here with the coverings over the exhaust tips, kind of matches the overall style of the Cherokee. And there you go. Now here is the door panel in the rear. You guys can see the padding, and then down below with the stitching that goes all throughout. We've got our window control here, and look at the door handle. And then here are these seats. So you can see perforated here in the center portion, and then really nice and soft to the touch on the sides. And then popping in, it's easy just to slide across. There's legroom. And then you guys can see here down below with the vents, and then notice the outlet with the USBs. And of course we have a cup holder armrest. And I do want to mention these seats are very comfortable. You got some nice padding to them. Let's head to the front. Now here is the front door panel. You can see again all of the padding and the stitching that goes throughout. We've got our window controls. Notice we've got the front two that are automatic. We've got our mirror adjustments, memory seats, and then the mirrors do have blind spot monitoring. And here are the front seats. So again, you can see here with the padding, got the Jeep logo here perforated all down the center portion. Adjustments there on the side, which are power. Pedal layout down below, and then notice we have this for the hatch to open it up, and then you got the light controls with the fog light. Steering wheel is manually adjustable. Let's pop in. So here is the steering wheel. Notice the padding all around, and then the stitching there at the center portion, which is dark to match the steering wheel. We have our Since 1941 logo here for the Jeep brand. This does have adaptive cruise control, regular cruise control if you don't want to use adaptive. We have our windshield wiper stock, controls for center stack, voice command controls. There are radio controls on the back of the steering wheel. And then you have your turn signal / light stock. And when I say light stock, it's to shine the brights. And there you go. Now here's the center gauge cluster. Notice we've got the RPMs there on the left side. On the right side, you've got the speed. And then there in the center screen, you can scroll through different bits of info to see different things on the Cherokee. Pretty straightforward stuff, and well, hopefully we don't get stuck because we got low fuel range. And aside from that, we do have different drive modes we can go into. So first off, we got our snow mode, and of course it goes down sport. And then from that, we have our sand, mud, and then the mode that it's in normally is your auto mode. Here's the center infotainment system. First off, we pop it into reverse. We've got a backup camera with trajectory lines. They do turn with the steering wheel. And then moving on to the rest of the infotainment system, first off, we have the shortcut bar here at the bottom. And you guys can see response time on that is solid. Heated seats, heated steering wheel, which is nice. Dual zone climate, also nice. And then you can see you've got the apps tab, which you can scroll through a couple different menus, see different applications that come with this. And also it's more shortcut buttons, which is definitely a big plus. And then at the bottom of the infotainment system, we have stuff like our lane departure, hazard lights, parking sensors, and then our parking assistance. And then above the infotainment system, we have this random storage space that comes with all Cherokees. But look at the padding here on the dash. That's also nice, but there's that section. So down below we have our radio control / climate control area. So you can see the analog controls for all of that. And then this is for the stability control to turn that off, and then the auto stop start to turn that off. And we have our select terrain, right? So you can see the different modes you can go into. And I'm glad that they have like physical print for all of the modes so that you know exactly what's happening. You don't have to look at a screen. And then you can see some charging ports here in front of the shifter for that 9-speed automatic. Got the manual shift function, parking brake, couple cup holders. And then here's the center console, so notice that the shelf on the top, and then more storage space inside, and then glove box. And then again, like I said, padding here on the dash. And then, this is pretty cool, we got a panoramic sunroof here at the top, sunglass holder. And you can see the controls for sunroof are actually here off to the side, which is kind of interesting. That's unique for sure, but there you go. So here's the window sticker for this 2022 Cherokee Limited. You guys can see the base MSRP there before any options are added. And you can see all the standard equipment that comes with this, which is pretty awesome. The Limited comes standard with a lot. And you can see the only option right there is destination and the paint color. So $40,735 is the total MSRP on this one. Let's take it out for a short drive and see how it is. We are setting off here in this Cherokee. This is going to be a little bit of a shorter drive, but that's because I've already driven the new body style Cherokee quite a few times. So this is just for demonstration's sake, I suppose. First off, steering feels interesting. So this is different compared to the steering you get in like the new Grand Cherokee and Grand Cherokee L by quite a bit. And so it's just unique to kind of feel how this feels. I know, weird way to say it. But it is what it is. Other than that, braking feels good as we wait for this truck to back up through here. Seat comfort, that's another thing that I kind of wanted to touch on. Is really good. Like I said, the bolstering on this is solid, which is nice. And the padding's great as well. And then you guys can see we've got the auto stop start function going on right now. So the engine is shut off. We'll see how seamless that is when it comes in. And sorry that half of the driving impressions are watching a FedEx truck driver back up. But I mean, look at that. That was impressive. Dude's got driving skills. I couldn't do that. But continuing along, yeah, you definitely feel it clicking back on. So that is something to take into account. Turn signal indicator is has a good feeling to it. I know it's a weird thing to comment on, but it's just very seamless with the actuation. And we'll see how the V6 feels. It's got good torque. Smooth. Doesn't feel quite as punchy as the 2-liter turbo, but it gets up and moves, that's for sure. That's sad, they're getting rid of that gas station. Sad, sad, sad. Anyways, continuing back to the review. Ride quality is also smooth. So yeah, let's get into summing things up here with the Cherokee. So first off, from an exterior aesthetics perspective, I think the new body style Cherokee looks great. No complaints with that. And then from an interior perspective, seats are really comfortable. It's just a nice place to be in general. They haven't gone, like this is a limited, so it's like a luxury trim, but they've definitely gone for more of like a utilitarian look with a lot of the materials here in the interior and just kind of like the appearance of it. So kind of understand if you want that more like rugged appearance with the interior, that's what the Cherokee gives you. The V6 is great. I know a lot of people might be wondering V6 or 2-liter turbo. It's a tough one. You know, obviously the V6 is a little bit of a more simplistic engine, so you know, some people are gonna say, oh, that's gonna be better from a long-term reliability standpoint, but the 2-liter turbo is so punchy, and especially at elevation, if you guys are wondering, we're at 4,500 feet up here, it feels quite a bit punchier. So I think they're both great powertrains. There's pros and cons to both. I'd say I probably prefer the 2-liter turbo, but I can understand why a lot of people would go for the V6 over that. Let me know what you think on that, and that's all. That's gonna sum things up for our video on this 2022 Jeep Cherokee Limited. Again, a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry Miller Jeep Chrysler here in Sandy, Utah for giving me some time with this Cherokee. Check the inventory in the description down below. I'll see all of you in the next video.